Shut up and sit down.
Ho, 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 everybody. Welcome to episode 225 of Third Shift. This is a little holiday special, a little Christmas special, if you will, for those of us who celebrate Christmas. We're coming in, getting ready for that holiday. It is literally right around the corner. I'm talking right around. I'm looking right around the corner right now if you don't see me, and it's there. I see Santa prepping up. He's taking that long poop. You know, you gotta get that long poop in before you go on the sleigh and go flying around for the whole night. That's what he's up to right now, getting rid of all them old logs, because he's been filled up with them little candy canes and all the chocolate cookies.
So he's doing what you're supposed to do before, like, your colonoscopy. You sit and you drink the goo, and it gets
body
out.
cleanse.
So now he's just got nothing going on in there. Yeah,
that's right. He's going to be clean and flushed. I know you didn't want to know that about Santa, but I just want to let you know that's what's happening.
I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, what's he going to stop at your house and do that? No.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to get it out.
I wake up early and instead of seeing the cookies gone, it's poop smell in my bathroom. You know what I mean? That's terrible.
I guarantee you've woken up to that in the morning from your parents at some point. Merry Christmas. Woo!
Oh, man, what the hell's going on in there? Somebody's dead. Goodness gracious. Yes, everybody, here we are, episode 225. We got a short, fun little episode for you, just doing a little goof-tacularness, because the holidays are here, and we're supposed to be doing it with families, handling, dude. You know how it is. I don't got to tell you. Anywho's, let's just get rolling. Hey, Matt, how's your week this week?
My week's been pretty good. Man, I didn't even get the intro. I'm not the Inglorious Bastard. I'm just some schmuck.
I know.
Mad
you don't get it.
It's
Christmas. It's Christmas. If I tell Santa you're an Inglorious Bastard, you're not getting any presents.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I gotta act like you're just a normal, good old schmuckatelli, so that way you get some cool stuff.
So this week, I should actually feel great that I didn't get the intro. Hey, I'm a normal human again. It's awesome. So this week's been pretty good. Obviously, you and I played Borderlands 3 over Borderlands Night. Had a great time with that. I basically don't really remember anything that we did, but I remember us running around being idiots, having a great time. Also been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077, and I told you right before we started recording this, I have just the tiniest bit of an issue with it. I'm loving the story, loving the characters, mostly loving the gameplay, but I think what doesn't click with me is the first person in the big open world. Like, I got the motorcycle, no spoilers, the motorcycle you can get, and I got on it, and it zooms out to third-person camera in this big city, and I'm zooming around. I'm like, this feels right. And then I get off, and it goes whoop, first-person mode, and I go, this doesn't feel right. Maybe I got to, adjust the field of view slider to, pull it out. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But I'm having a lot of fun with that in general. It's just not, hooking me. I'm not, fiending for it.
And I'm the opposite. I'm loving the first person view, and except for cars. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now.
You got to go third person with the car.
It is hot garbage. You can't see anything. You're like some 7-year-old in the seat of the car. You're looking at the dashboard. You can't even see out the window. It's so stupid.
Or when it first put me in the car, it was like, hey, drive us over to wherever. And I drove like a 90-year-old man, put my pedal on the accelerator half a millimeter, and I was like, oh, it's time to turn. Hang on. Look, kind of baby turn. Oh, wait, maybe get in the other lane. Whoa, maybe turn. And then I found that camera button, and I went, okay, never again.
Yep,
not ever again.
But on the motorcycles, man, oh, man, first person, I'm like some kind of street god now. I'm flying around at 130 miles an hour. I'm doing the nice hard turns. I'm slamming the brakes, shooting off into the direction I need to go. I'm first person everywhere. I got the metal jams going. I'm freaking dun 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 dun. The street lights are flying by. The city signs are going. People are out there hustling, doing their thing, and I'm just like, don't even bother me. You know who I am? I'm V. I'll kill you. I'll get off this. I'll cut your head off because that's who I am.
So all those feelings you were having with getting hooked and cutting heads off and being a badass, that's what I'm feeling in Star Renegades. Anytime I boot that up. That's that roguelite, turn-based, manipulate the enemies, manipulate their turn order, do all this other stuff. I love that. I tell myself I can't play it all the time because then I'll play nothing but that and I'll destroy it and I'll be done with it. So once or twice or maybe 3 times a week, I can dip myself in there, go for a whole nother run, bust out this planet, just destroying people, get the new character in, start making my way up there to the point where, it's going to get hard and I'm going to die and I'm going to start over again with even more buffs and all that stuff and even more knowledge, how to just pull all the little strings like the little puppet master I am. That gave me so much fun. And I have it for free on Game Pass, but I feel like I have to go buy it for like everything that I can buy it for because it's freaking amazing and I'm loving it. Just talking about it right now, I just want to turn the mic off. Just go play Star Renegades and ho ho ho, see you later everybody. But that was my
Merry
week.
Christmas!
That was my week. What was yours, dude?
So, of course, we've been prepping for Christmas. Things have been getting around. Gifts are already wrapped under the table. We're starting to do this whole week is just jam-packed. We got Christmas dinner here. We got Christmas get-together there. So, here we are. We're in the middle of it all right now. Now, we've already done a Christmas dinner with some other family. We've already had one person come over and do some Christmas gift exchange stuff, this and that. Then tomorrow, we've got another set of things going on. Today was the only hole I had to make this work. Because every day is just stuff on stuff on stuff on stuff on stuff on stuff. And of course, mind you, this is with my close family and whatnot, whom I've been in touch with and hanging out with the entirety of COVID. So before everybody goes crazy, if they had COVID, I was getting COVID and vice versa this whole time. So it's not like, I'm just going to go be Cousin Jerry tomorrow. No, this is just the same folks who I always do everything with. So there you go. Disclaimer, don't come at me. It's just, it's a bit.
That's right.
So, with that being said, that's what's been happening in real life. The kids are excited. Everything's prepped and ready. The elves have been coming back from Santa's shop every day. They love it. It's having a good time. So, game-wise, though, I've been playing World of Warcraft. I finally opened up the world events. I got there. I did it. All the world events are now open to me. I can go do my dailies. I can get my gear popped up. I can go into the Torghast Tower. So I've been bugging my brother. I'm like, all right, man, we got to get a day somehow scheduled in here to get up in there and do that because awesome gear. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Plus, it allows me and him to, play and do stuff together and everything. The whole reason why we got the World of Warcraft subscriptions, along with playing my father-in-law, who's still marching up to 60, but, he's slower than a snail. Someday he'll get there, I'm sure. We'll see. And, of course, like Matt said, we were playing some Overwatch together. I don't really remember what was going on there, but we played. We had fun, I'm sure.
I forgot we played Overwatch, not Borderlands.
Not Borderlands.
That's why I don't remember playing Borderlands.
Matt told you Borderlands, but I knew what he meant. He meant Overwatch.
I remember more of that. That makes sense. That makes sense in my brain right now.
Goodness. We had some great matches. We had some terrible matches and everything in between. I remember some plays of the games. I remember a lot of no plays of the games. Mm-hmm. But a good night. And that's what matters. And then, of course, I played Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm on 2 boats right now. Like, I was in there. I was just cruising around that city, man. I was, like I said, chopping heads off. I'm a ninja man. I use my blades. Nobody can stop me. I'm some kind of god. And I'm doing every single cool side quest that there is. And then I was like, all right, let me go ahead and progress a little bit more. So I did a couple of the main stories. And then it opened up, of course, some of the other city areas, which you can go do without doing the main quest if you want. But, of course, through the main quest, it's going to push you through the different territories of Night City. So I did that, got over there, and then I realized as it opened up, like, thousands more side quests. Mm-hmm. I went, oh, God. Oh, man. I've already spent 60, 70 hours in just the one area doing side quests. Uh-huh. And now there's like 3 more areas to have all the same kind of stuff. Oh, God. Do I do this? All right, Eric, you need to stop. You need to think. You need to reassess what you want. Do you want to do this or do you want to just start mainlining at this point? So I'm having a great time with it, and I want my abilities to become stronger. But at the same time, spoiler alert, I did this mission with the cab system where it kind of takes you like everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I followed him around all over frickin' Night City and did all the things. And now, instead of when I open my map, everything's dark, really, except for the area I was in. Now it's all lit up with, I'm not kidding you, there's hundreds and hundreds of quests. And now it's that typical scary Western RPG feeling again, where I'm like, oh, it's too much. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah, I will say it was kind of terrifying when I found that out, because I was just going through my quest log with the quests that I had. And I was like, oh, some of these side quests are, high danger, very high danger. I can't do those. What am I supposed to do to level up for this? Even the story mission is high. And then I opened up the map and I went, okay, well, there's a couple things around here. And then I zoomed out and I went, oh, there's literally side quests or, like the police intervention things, the muggings, the whatever you got to stop, literally everywhere. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, it was great because the first side quest I did, I found my favorite YouTuber, Jesse Cox, with his problem he had that you got to go solve for him. And I went, that's amazing. So it was terror and then joy. And then I'm like, man, if it's all this fun and this cool and this goofy and this good, I'm going to love it. But it was just, and I did that same thing. I did the cab company one. I went around to some area and I went, all right, what are the side quests here? Danger, very high, very high, very high, very high. I'm not supposed to be here right now. Okay. Let me go back to where there are only 600 instead of 6,000 side quests and just start cleaning up the streets, just zooming on through everything.
And that's kind of the way they want you to do things. It's like either mainline it and just stay away from all that stuff, or you have to just clear the streets. You need to do all those side quests to power up so you can get to the next area and keep doing more side quests. And some of those side quests are awesome. Like right now, I'm in the thick of the psycho robot
the
ones. Cyber psycho stuff. Like I've done probably 13, 14 quests in that whole area. So I'm in the thick of it. I want to know what's going on. We're trying to figure out in the heart of how this is all happening, who's behind it, who's manipulating it, and it keeps going and going, and that's awesome. I love this side quest that's kind of like a main quest at this point. It's no longer just hey, go collect 10 chickens. It's like, no, like what's happening to these people? Who is turning them into this? Why is there these dark rituals being performed? I mean, what is happening? It's crazy.
Each of those chickens has a backstory, and he has his friend who's up top who's manipulating every single one of those chickens. Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
That's right. That's true. So I'm loving it. I love the stories, and I'm telling you right now, people are getting in their heads too much about, they're like, oh, well, it's so hard to be a hacker or use blades. It's just so much easier to just pull out guns and shoot people. And I'm like, well, think about in real life terms. Is it easier for me to pull out my Glock and shoot you? Or is it easier for me to go get my katana downstairs and come running at you and slice you and dice you? Yeah, it's easier to use my Glock and just shoot you. That's real life. That's real life. It's easier just to take a gun out and shoot people than it is to freaking knife somebody or run around hacking them and sneaking around doing all. You choose what you want to do. It's the game you want to play. How do you want to be?
And that's what I love most about it, is because I wanted to be like Super Hacks Jones. And I was like, okay, but I do need gun skills. And so I started using my guns. And what I love is that you start getting perks based on what you do. You don't even have to level up to get the perks. Like, I hack and I jack into every single thing that I find. Like, even if I've killed everybody in the whole room, I still hack all the cameras because it ups my little XP bar, and I get little hack bonuses, all the little perks that I can put in there. But then when I need a level up, I put that in my body so I can get, better health and stuff to last in the firefights. But I love that it's not just, what you pick during your level ups. You also earn perks based on what you're doing. Like your hacking automatically levels up as you're doing stuff. You get like little mini perks in there. Like I'm going through with a shotgun all the time, and it's like, boom, now 5% extra damage to this just naturally because you're using shotguns all the time. So if you want to hack everything, if you want to hack the whole planet, you're going to be amazing by the end of the game because you're steadily getting everything just whoop, 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 steadily going up.
And then on top of all that, so you get the natural perks. I went blades. I'm going in with a sword. That's what I decided I wanted to be. I didn't care if it was easy or hard. I was going in blades. When you saw Eric coming, you knew your head was about to get chopped off. That's how this was going to go down. It's just the way it went. So if you focus on it, like you said, you get all sorts of just perks coming at you naturally. But on top of it, when you go into the blades and you actually start to level up and you get your bleed effects, you get your combos, you get your bonuses to speed upon kills, you get your health back upon damage and kills, etc. If you just stick with it and actually be what you want to be and keep doing it, you become extremely powerful no matter what you're trying to do. And then you will achieve what you was in your head in the beginning. And then once again, that's like real life. if I just grab a sword right now out of the blue and go try to chop people up, it ain't going to work out so great. But if I practice killing people with a sword, like lots of them, I'm going to get better and better and better and better until the point where I can kill people with ease with my sword. It's just the way it goes. You got to put the work in.
So we're going to steer away from this topic, and we're going to go talk to some. Woo, woo, oh my God, the internet police are here. They're
arrested, Eric. It's over. Taking them to jail. Merry Christmas, everybody. There's only 40 of them out back. What?
So with all the love for Cyberpunk out of the way, I mean, we could probably just make a Cyberpunk episode and that would be it.
Oh, we could. Mm-hmm.
But the plan for this episode was, what would be on your holiday wish list? If you weren't an adult with all your spending cash, where you buy yourself all the things you could ever want anyway, like 90% of us are, what would be on your holiday wish list? What I was thinking about is like, what are some games that you missed that you wish you could have gotten? Maybe that that'd be your Christmas present to yourself. I don't know, something like that. Whatever. What's on your holiday wish list, Derek? What's one thing?
All right. Well, one main thing right now is I would love to have all the hue lights in my basement. Like I've got one hue. I've got 3 of the just the white light ones. You know what I mean? They don't do colors. They just do the different kinds of white light. And then I've got one like crossbar that does all the fun colors and all the goofy stuff. But I would love to actually just replace all my lights with the hue, all full color range lights. So that way I could just kind of go all crazy with it and have all sorts of fun in the basement, and controlling the lights via my little hue on my phone. But obviously it just doesn't make sense right now because, each one of those bulbs is like $100. Mm-hmm. And of course I already bought the 3 white ones plus the other one. So it's like, well, that would be irresponsible just to take out the 3 other ones I already bought and then just replace them with, those. But like I said, this is a hypothetical. If Santa came and gave me some gifts, that's one gift I would love. I'd love to have all the hue lights with all the cool colors. So this basement could be purple and orange and red and all different hues of yellow, whatever I felt like. And then on top of it, I would love to get the monitor system and the other, whatever's necessary to link it up. And I see this all the time with people that got a lot of money and time and they're cool, where they've got linked to their gaming systems and stuff. So when they're playing on their PCs or whatever it is, the hue lights know what they're playing.
It's like the ambient light around
Yeah,
there.
they change the ambient lights to whatever's in the game. Mm-hmm. So the darks go to dark, and they see neon yellows, it goes bright yellows, and that would be sick. As if my whole den just like changed colors with whatever I'm playing as I was playing it. I don't even know what I need to do that, because that's way beyond my skill set unless I actually decide to, really look at it, which, if you know me, it's rare when you get me to actually pay close attention to something. So,
and it's rare when you're technically able to put 2 things together. Here's the cord, you connect them. It did work. Something went wrong. No, my whole system's dead now. All my memory's gone.
Up. It's all gone. I don't know what's going on. So that's one thing, I would truly appreciate and be like, yes, this would help my life in just a fun sense.
Well, talking about improving your life in a fun sense, one of the things on my wish list is something that I was looking at not too long ago, quite seriously, as the new consoles were coming about and the word of the shortages was coming in. And I went, there's no way I'm going to get any new console this year. Absolutely not. Now I have both. So this piece that I was looking at went completely out the window. It was the Oculus Quest 2. Because I was thinking about, I was like, man, it's super cheap. It's been improved. It's faster. It's flashier. It's cooler. And it's the totally wireless version, so you don't even need to plug it into anything. I mean, you plug it into your computer to download the games, but it runs all on its own. And I've been watching it for a while, and it kept coming up on Instagram. I think it came up once, and I clicked on it, so then it came up literally every other day for 3 months. And every day I click on it and look, and I go, man, even if I just downloaded like one of those cool fitness apps, like the dude that we follow on the show, what's his name? Like Jacob Stouffer or something. He's always posting up his fitness videos and it looks crazy cool and fun and ridiculous. Like, man, I should really, really get that. But now it would be at least $300 on top of the 2 systems that I already bought, on top of the new iPad I bought right before those. So as a reasonable human being, I can't get it. And I probably shouldn't, because I should get the most out of my 2 big new systems now anyway. But before that point, I was like, man, I think this is going to be it. I'm going to get into VR. I'm going to be, at least exploring it, because I haven't even touched it. You can't just throw VR money around. Mm-hmm. But this was the easy, accessible wireless option that we talked about, as this would get us into it way back before you got the PSVR and all that stuff. And I was there. I was just a hair's breadth away from it. And then all the new systems came like right into my lap. You rained them down upon me. And so now I shouldn't even get it now. But it would be nice if Santa Claus came down my little ho-ho-ho chimney into the blocked off fireplace here and was like, hey man, I got Oculus Quest 2 for you.
Oh, yeah, I get you. I could dig it. But, of course, with me having the PSVR, I'm invested there. I got it all hooked up and play it, so I'm good on that sense. But this one, of course, was something we discussed a long time ago and then kind of just dropped off our radars, was getting a DAC, you know, the little amplifier thingy you stick the mic into, and then all your different headsets and all that, and then you control the sounds from that, you know what I mean? Great for podcasting, great for gaming, great for all sorts of stuff. We always said, hey, we one day we'll upgrade and we'll get onto that whole system instead of just using the USBs and do all that. Never really took flight, never really happened. Kind of went out of my my little brain for a while. But my brother-in-law just recently said, hey man, you got one of those things? And he goes, I know you podcast and stuff. I go, yeah, I should have one of those things, but I don't. And in fact, I totally forgotten about it really until you just said something. And he goes, oh, okay, well, I'm thinking about getting one. And I go, oh, well, that's weird. You going to start streaming or gaming or podcasting? No. I just want it for gaming. So sure enough, he went and bought one. And then he bought a mic that goes with it and everything, and a really nice one. And he got the Sound Blaster X G6. And he linked me the link to it. He did all things, and then he got it and he told me all about it. And I'm like, okay, now I'm dreaming, because it allows him to put one mic in. When he switches it, it's for his PC. When he switches it the other way, it's for his PlayStation 5. When he switches the other way, it's for his Xbox. When he switches the other way, it's for his computer, laptop, doesn't matter. One headset, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. He can adjust to any of the different systems. Then, on top of that, he gets to control all the volumes, all the bass, all the treble, all the things right there. From that one thing right there, just sitting there. Click, 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 click. And, of course, as we've known before, the sound, the way it travels through the connections, it's better than USB, provides a higher quality sound. And I'm like, I'm tapped out. Yeah. You know what I mean? This Christmas is over. I got the new laptop. I got the PlayStation 5, and all awesome things. I'm super content, super happy. But now I'm jealous. Now I'm like, where's Santa Claus? I need Santa Claus to drop me a Sound Blaster X G6 into my lap. And then on top of that, though, that wouldn't even be enough. I needed a good headset. That's a universal headset that can just go with anything I'm playing. Because, there's all, I'm the Razer this, but I only work with PlayStation 4 and PC. Oh, I'm the Logitech G7 II, but I only work with Xbox and PlayStation 4, not PC. I need a universal one that's high quality, comfortable on the ears, good sound quality, along with that. And I would just be living here, with them cool new hue lights flashing all the colors. Whew. I don't know. Santa. Come on, Santa.
Well, see, now that's on my list, along with the universal headset. While you were talking about headsets and going back and forth, what I still want to get, but I really shouldn't get, is some nice wireless, like premium headsets for not only the Series S, but for the PS5. What I have right now technically works well enough, but I want it to work better and to not have any wires. Like when I got the Series S, I was going to be like, well, I'm going to stream. Let me see if the old Turtle Beaches that I have for the PS4 will even work at all. No, not at all. It doesn't work. You plug it in, nothing. Okay, well, I went and bought, with some Amazon credit, it was down to like $15. A wired headset sounds pretty good. The mic quality sounds fine enough for the streaming that I do, but it's got a wire on it. And it goes down and it spools in my lap as it plugs into my controller, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's the worst, because I've had wireless headphones for so damn long. Now there's a wire on it, and it drives me absolutely nuts. I also fold my legs up when I play all the time, so every time I go like, hang on, let me undangle the wire. I don't know. It's the most first world problem ever, but even the worst wireless headphones are $100 for either of the systems. And I just want to be wireless. And not only that, but the PS4 wireless headphones I have, you used to be able to control the chat and the game on the headset itself. And now, since it's on the new system, it doesn't split it. So it's the same first world problem. It works well enough And, once I, in the PS5 menu, turn your chat up and put the game down, then it's okay. But I have to do it differently for each single game we play. And it's driving me nuts. I just want Santa to come down with 2 beautiful headsets or 1 magical universal wireless headset. He could bring down 1 green and 1 blue. And I'd just be like, that's it. Just like with all the other things we've talked about. Yeah, we could do it. But dropping at least $200 extra on top of
everything we just spent,
it's just can't do it.
I agree. So as we're saying, this is all just for fun. I'm very grateful for everything I have.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
But this is all just for the show. So don't want anybody going, "Geez, those guys, I'm so grateful."
Those sons of bitches got their 2 systems that I haven't been able to get a single one about.
Yeah, no,
I do sound like a total asshole. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, but of course, last for me, as I sit here, I'm like, God, I would really love to have 2 things. It would be another monitor that can do the 4K HDR, but with like 1 MS, all the high resolution, all the good stuff. Because I currently have a really nice one that I really love. It's really nice, but it's like 7 MS or whatever it is, so it's good. But it's also only like 60 hertz or whatever. And of course, now they say 120 is like the minimum you're going to want for the next gen when it gets rolling. So, and then the other 2 monitors I have, they're 1080p, just, 1 MS, but, older monitors in that regard. They do the job. And I'm like, man, I'd love to have one really just high class, super high class monitor for the main one. Then, of course, could take the one that's pretty decent as my secondary. And then the third one would just be where you put all your, you put your internet crap up so you can just spool through Twitter or whatever you're looking at. That would be fantastic. But once again, you're talking $600, $700, $800 at least for one of those bad boys. So that's kind of just, that's definitely even out of the reach of Santa Claus, really. That's an investment kind of purchase. And then I got a really nice chair. I love my chair. Like, this chair is comfortable as hell. But it makes noises. Like when I move, it makes
You don't have to tell me, dude. I'm always cutting that stuff out.
And I want a chair that doesn't make noise. I don't even know if it exists. I want a chair that's as comfortable as this chair is, but it doesn't make the noise that the chair makes. And I don't know if that's because I'm too fat for this chair or something. You know what I mean? It's like groaning under my weight, and that's why it's all doing that, or what? But it was just that was only like a $200 chair, which is still nice, but obviously it's not top of the line or nothing. So I'm like, well, maybe if I got like one of them Logitech Herman Millers or whatever, those freaking $700 ones, maybe those bad boys, or the Titan Secret Lab like Alta Omega Edition or whatever. Maybe those are like of the class that's like, boom, dead silent, professional, good to go. So I'm like, maybe, I'd love to upgrade my chair to one that just doesn't make noise, as quiet as a dead mouse. That would be awesome. But of course, once again, since this chair is comfortable and it's a nice chair, I'm like, well, that's kind of irresponsible. This chair does what it needs to do, and I'm comfortable. It's just the small things. So, it's just the small things.
Well, speaking of small things, that's kind of what drives my wish list for this last item. It's a nice, like, computer desk. I would just like a nice desk, because right now, when I'm editing the podcast and doing all the stuff, when we're doing the show right now, it's a nice rolling computer desk that I have, but it's small and it's cramped and I can't put my feet under it because it has all these shelves with stuff in it. What I would like is one nice big long desk, or like an L-shaped desk that I could sit behind and do my computer stuff, do the podcast, do this, have just a setup, like a corner of one of these rooms, and that's my computer corner. That's where I do my stuff. And I've had that dream ever since like the last time we hung out with Dan, however many years ago, because we went down to his basement and he had his whole like entertainment center set up, and that's where his gaming and all his stuff was. And then kitty corner from that, he had his computer nook where he like sat in and he was doing his stuff and talking to us while we're playing the board games and whatever it is, what else we're doing. I was like, that's it. I want to have my gaming stuff there and then my computer nook. But to do that, I need a nice little L-shaped desk. I look on Amazon every now and then for those computer desks. What's a cheap one? Oh, $100 for this plasticky one with the wire racks and stuff. Oh, that'd probably be good enough. But I want a nice wooden computer desk. And what extra kills it is every time I go to Mom's house, in her den, she has this big, heavy wooden desk like her dad made it. So it's a family heirloom kind of. And it's just big, heavy wood, and it's huge. Like, it's super deep and super wide, so you can even put like a giant monitor on it and put a big computer tower in the back. That's what I want, except I want it here, and it's an L-shaped desk, so I can just nook in and just be like, bam, it's podcast time. I'm in the nook. You know, I'd have the little mantelpiece with all the stuff around it sitting right behind me, so you get the nice view, and I'd just be like, boom, it's hard working time. But not only would a nice desk like that be exorbitantly expensive, but I do the podcast 2 to 3 hours a week, and then my other computer is just hooked up to the TV over there. I wouldn't use it enough, but man, it'd be so cool. I would live my computer nook fantasies, man.
But that's why you become like me, and you do all your gaming from your computer nook.
Mm-hmm.
Your gaming is the computer nook. So whenever you're going to play your games, you're now in your nook. PC, console, everything.
But then I'm terrified because then I'll need some lights and I'll need some ambient to get
and then
14 monitors all.
And it starts to consume. Oh, when you get 3 monitors around you, life is different, man. Everything's gonna change. You know how when you look to the sky when you're a young kid for the first time and you realize the stars are out there and what you've been missing and what you don't. When you get 3 monitors, it's like that. You're like, the world's different. It's not what I thought. I'm so small and infinitesimal compared to this. And you'll never go back. You're going to love it. Can't wait.
So that's what's on all of our wish lists this year. What about you out there in podcast listener land? What do you want Santa to bring you? What did Santa just miss out on this year? And you're hoping maybe you can scrounge it up at the last minute. Tell us all of that stuff via the email thirdshiftme@gmail.com, on the Twitter machine @ThirdShiftME, and find us on Facebook under Third Shift.
Indeed, you can find us over there. You can also find us over that Ho, 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 Merry Christmas Patreon. You want to give old Third Shift a little present, consider heading over there, throwing us $1 or $2, $3, $5, all any kind of bucks. We treat it like a tip jar, or in this case, a gift jar, you know? Make our Christmas a Merry Christmas. Put us one step closer to getting one of those cool magic items that we beg Santa to get us. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. But we totally understand if you can't do that. It is Christmas time, and it is a time where you're trying to give and provide for your family and friends, and you need to do that. Because you know what? Family and friends are extremely important, and we encourage you to hang out with them, give, take, whatever you got to do with your family. Just doesn't matter.
We should say, yes, enjoy your holiday time with friends and family if you can do it safely, because that is the real important thing of the season. Not just being a materialistic jerk like I was and saying, man, this headset that I bought for myself sucks. I want more free things.
I want better. Mm-hmm. Indeed. It's about giving and being thankful and being helpful and around the fams. And of course, with COVID there, we understand a lot of you don't want to risk it and go around your family and you've been separated from forever. As you know, in our instance, so we've been around our family, and obviously I live in the house of mine, so, you know, that's just the way it is. I'm lucky and fortunate in that respect. But if you can't, at least do Zoom calls with them and do some virtual gift giving and opening. And then they can collect their presents in a safe, COVID-free manner, you know, put it out in the box, let it sit, decontaminate it, whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? You can still have fun with family and friends if you really try. And then maybe, here's an idea too. Hey, you want to have your big old ham dinner? Well, yeah, you can't have them over to have it, but if they create the exact same meal that you create, you can sit through a Zoom meeting with them at the table eating the ham and potatoes, and you can all go, oh, these potatoes are delicious. Because they got potatoes, you got potatoes, they got ham, you got ham. You see what I'm saying? You can make this work.
And if you want to, you can like super role play it out. You have all the Zoom windows side by side, and you move Uncle Frank next to the window for Uncle Henry. You'd be like, yo, Uncle Frank, will you pass the raisin sauce for the ham? And I'd be like, oh, hang on. Here you go, Uncle Henry. And he'll reach off to the side of there. And you'd be like, yeah. And Uncle Henry reaches over and then passes his plate that he's got over to you. Oh, it'd be so beautiful.
And then you eat it up. Yeah. And then you can put this all on TikTok or whatever it is. And then you'll become famous. Yes. See, we're trying to help you all out here. You can make this holiday into something fun and cool, even if you can't go see your family and friends in person.
And speaking of fun and cool, our very next episode is going to be coming up next week on New Year's Eve. That's when it's going to drop. And it's going to be our favorite episode because it's going to be Game of the Year 2020. Our top fives, our honorable mentions. It's going to be a blast. It's our favorite podcast to do of the year. It's my favorite anyway. I don't know about you, Eric.
Oh, I love it. I enjoy the hell out of it because I love talking about the games I love and telling you why you're supposed to like them too, because that's what everybody else does to me all year long. And this is where I get to do it.
And it's another one of those beautiful years where number one better be the same across both of them, or else we're not friends anymore. So tune in for the inevitable drama. Oh boy.
But that's next week. And until then, of course, we got some Christmas times to handle and all that good stuff. And nothing else to say.
Except for... Ho, 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 good to say.
Shut up and sit down.
Merry Christmas. Man, we gotta go play we didn't play the Christmas Borderlands thing. Oh my god. No.
Shit.
Merry Christmas. Oh god, we're terrible humans.
We are.